Okay, this is now live when it's not supposed to be. Okay, great. Well, that's good to know how this works. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll just hang out, I guess, for about 10 minutes until the game starts. But you can watch me while I screw around a little bit here on getting my everything set up perfectly. And who knows who's going to barge into my office before we're ready. So, I know I look scared. I thought it wasn't going to go live until I hit the button over on Hot Mic. So in case you don't know what's happening, let me turn this sound off real quick, and maybe I'll plug in my headphones. Okay, so Hot Mic, some of you guys might be aware, it's a really, really cool app. And you know what? I wonder if I even have it like all updated now on my phone because it's been a little while. Anyway, Hot Mic is a really cool app, and it will sync you and I up with the game. And it's logged me out, so now I don't know my password. Anyway, and so what happens is we can do a live show or like a watch party on Hot Mic, and everyone will be exactly synced up with to the game because you hold your phone to the TV or something weird. It's pretty cool. So we're going to do a lot of really cool stuff on this with Hot Mic going up. So you definitely want to download it and use it because I'll just break some news. You guys want some breaking news? Let me know. What do you think? You want some good, really cool breaking news that I kind of have, been getting prepped for the last couple of days. While I'm getting the anticipation going, I'm going to turn the ESPN on. Okay, why is nobody wanting to know? Uh-oh. Okay, I thought for a second that I froze. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to launch this, what do we call it? The membership, right? And we're going to have tiers, and it's going to be really cheap. It's going to be like $1 and $2 and $4 a month. That's it. And oh my goodness. And then Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. We haven't even gotten started yet. Happy holidays from Utah. Please be safe. I hear the people in Utah don't like to wear the masks too much. And, until that vaccine gets out there, please be safe. And thank you so much, Lee. So anyway, so we're going to launch this membership, and there's going to be tiers. Like I think it's going to be $1. So basically, we're going to do a thing where it's like, if you just want to throw me a bone, I'm going to give you emojis. We're designing them right now. They're going to be awesome. You're going to be really psyched for them. So for like $1 a month, if you just want to sort of give me a little, just a little pat in the back, and you'll unlock those emojis, and they'll be really cool. Like the SMH one with the basketball instead, and we got some other ideas. So you'll see that coming up. And then we're going to do, I think for $3 a month, we're going to do live shows like this twice a month, where it's only for people in the membership, and it's going to be real inclusive, where I get to talk to you guys, and we can contribute ideas for what we're going to do for videos, a lot more focused than it would be normally. And then for $4 a month, we're going to be having private watch parties where only people on the Hot Mic can come over and watch it with me. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a really cool thing because I'll be able to give you my play-by-play insight, which is, it's really fun for me. I don't get to do it that often, but when we have done this in the past, people love it. And it's really cool to get into the games that way. So we're going to be doing live watch parties, invitation only, for people who are in the membership over through on Hot Mic. So I believe I might actually be able to do it sort of simulcast here as well, invitation only for the members too. But I kind of want to get everyone on Hot Mic because that way we're all synced up perfectly. As a result, you're going to have to watch me find my, my password for Hot Mic right now so I can log in. I believe I wrote it down somewhere. So let's look this up. And then, if you have any questions, of course I didn't. Let me see this. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, let's log in really quickly. Okay. So now how do I go do this again? I go to upcoming. Here it is. Tap that. And nothing happened. Let's see. Where did it go? Anyway, it's a really cool app. You guys got to go check it out. The link is in the description, I believe, right? If you guys check for this live show. You know what? Let's put the link in the comments as well while we're at it, because I think that would really help. And I want to also share this. Let's see here. Let me get over to the comments. Turn that off. All right. Let's comment with the link to the Hot Mic so you can download it, and I'll pin it. So download the Hot Mic app here and join me. Is this great? You can see me in real time messing around with my channel. All right, there's the pinned comment. It should be pinned. It's in the, I can see it in the description too, so we're all good. And let's go back to the hot mic. So let me get this set up because I feel like I should be able to call up the game. And I don't, why is it not there? Let's do it this way. Let's type in NBA. No, let's try this. Okay, well, let me look under my events again. I think I found it there. Upcoming starts in 4 minutes, but nothing happens when I tap on it. All right, let me send an email real quick because that's interesting. All righty. Well, I guess we can all watch it together this way and see how that works. Let me get this about to record the Bulls and the Thunder. Okay, I guess we can let that record. And we're, oh, wait. So wait a minute. It's on ESPN tonight, isn't it? Or did I screw that up? I thought it's ESPN. But why do I see a football game going on right now? Or are they just doing highlights? This looks like highlights. Okay. So let me check in with you guys. Let's see what's going on. Welcome for a nice little Friday night thing. We got some people in here. Is this a clickbait or what? No, this is we're going to do a live watch party. That's what this is. Now, let's see here. You're going to show the game. No, I can't show the game in live. That's the only thing. So remember, live shows, NBA footage, no good. So is there going to be recordings as well for people who can't be in the hot mic live? Well, I mean, if I do it simulcast to YouTube, then this video will live on, although it might be a little bit weird because, again, that's really going to be hard to line up. I guess what I could do at some point if I was more prepared was in the corner, I could put the time on the scoreboard so you can see where we are at any one time. I can kind of yell it out, too, if you really want to do it that way. That's kind of weird. But no, I can't show the game. That would be very bad for a lot of reasons. That's why we know we can't do that. Even if it was small, I couldn't do it. But Ben, I love you too. Thank you for being here. What's up, Womst? But I've still got to figure out why I can't get over to the game because I want to be able to sync this all up, and that would be what I need to do. What do I do here? If I do that, oh, I still got to figure out why I can't get over to the game. There it is. All right, I don't know what I hit, but I got it. So now I got to sync. So I got to turn. This is really cool. You turn the TV on, although I think I got to wait for the actual non-commercials. And then I'm going to press a button that's going to sync. And then when you're on the hot mic app, we're all going to be synced up. So again, if you just joined us, forgive me. It wasn't supposed to go live for another few minutes, but anyway, I'm learning about how hot mic is working and how they do the simulcast. It's a very new thing. They've opened up a lot of really cool features like private watch parties. So are you guys all excited for this membership? Because I know I am. I'm going to be able to give you a chance to have more interaction and more special, really cool content just for us. And again, I'm not going to make it, it's going to be inexpensive. So it sounded like a lot of you guys wanted the emojis, right off the bat. So I got the gnomes over at the Clutch Points who are going to design some for me that are going to be really cool. You're going to love them. And so, for $1 a month, who wouldn't want that? But then again, if you go for the $3 a month thing where we do the live shows for you, now you're gonna get the emojis and the live shows, and then for $4 we get to do the live watch party. So win-win from everybody. Let's see here. So what are we doing? Juan wants to know. Well, we're going to watch this game on hot mic, which is going to sync, and we're going to watch the game. So we have the game on in the background with me, okay? But if you want it to be synced up, the hot mic app is the way to go. So download it, follow me, B-Ball Breakdown, and don't forget, we're going to do this as part of my membership. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to do a really funny membership video for you guys. I'll probably drop it on like Sunday or Monday to really officially announce it. But you guys here got the first breaking news about it as what we're going to do. So we have the 3 tiers. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so we see Philly just came back from down by a lot. But, again, it's preseason. These guys aren't playing their regular minutes. They're not playing their regular rotations. It's going to be all screwy. So that's why it might, after the first half, we'll have to see what happens here because, I don't know if, Kevin Durant's going to play the second half or Kyrie or Jayson Tatum. And it kind of falls apart after that. But at least I want to see right off the bat what Brad Stevens has for us and what Steve Nash has for us. And then how, Tatum versus Kevin Durant should be a great matchup. And as far as I can tell, they're going to guard each other, I would hope. I mean, come on, man. Oh, you know what? It's on ESPN too, so I'm really screwing this up. I didn't even realize that. Somebody yelled at me. What channel is ESPN2? Jeez Louise. Oh, there it is. Wow. So that was why I'm watching freaking football. You guys know how much I hate football, right? I used to love football, by the way, but it's, too much of the CTE and the catastrophic injuries. All right, I'm going to go sync this up now because we have some audio here. Oh, no, they just went to – oh, okay. So my TV just turned it to the game, the Bulls game. Why? I want to go back to – oh, I'm recording too many games. So which one do we cancel, guys? I think the Cavs and the Knicks we can cancel. What do you say? And let's go back to Nets and Celtics. Okay, and let's record this one just so we don't lose it. All righty. Got it. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Exit. All right, let's turn on the audio and let's put sync on the hot mic. So this is how the hot mic works. It listens to the audio and it will sync somehow. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to do this. Here we go.
Championship that he won after he was playing with Shaquille O'Neal. So it's going to be interesting to see if KD can now lift his team to that level of enthusiasm and get it done.
All right, Jay, we'll close this out. What do you think KD is looking to prove here this season?
That he's still the best player on the planet.
Could not detect your TV. Let's try it again.
The top player on the planet, MT.
That's pretty loud.
All right, well, we'll see if the top player shows up here. Their final preseason game, the Nets taking on the Celtics. We've got Doris, Mark, and Cassidy on the call. We'll be here with you at halftime.
Okay, well, let's try it a little bit. Maybe when the game starts, because it's not syncing. So let's do that. And all right. And by the way, I get people on hot mic. Forgive me. Let's get to them over there. Edgar, yo, what's going on? Let's get it. And you know what? Let's see here. Tim, it is legit. Edgar, yes, but glad to see some people in the hot mic chat already. Let's get some more people in there. And I'll probably give priority right now to people who are on the hot mic who want to ask me questions and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, in fact, on the hot mic app, you don't need to have the game. I mean, obviously, you want to watch the game, but it will tell you how to keep it synced. And so I'm watching on TV, so I'll be as far ahead as anybody else. And so you guys can catch up to me or something. It's some magic weird mojo. They make it work. And that way you don't have to worry about trying to press pause and wait on the TV or whatever. Somehow it works. It lets you know. It's really a special thing. We'll just have to get the syncing thing going, which I know happens somewhere in this app. Where? How do I get the syncing to come back? There. Maybe I can sync it on the computer. Let's try that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go live. So I think I went live anyway. So that's interesting. So I hadn't hit live, but maybe that's why. Then what if I hit TV sync? Okay, here we go. Let's try it one more time.
Efficient finisher on drives. Why? Well, at 6'10", with the kind of footwork he has, throw whatever size defender or whatever scheme you want, he's still releasing that ball.
Okay. Now we're synced.
8 feet. I mean, he is an impossible.
Oh, then so we got Doris on the call. We got Mark Jones on the call too. Mark Jones, friend of the breakdown. So I'm figuring this all up. So I got stuff here. I can now see the comments from Hot Mic on my computer. So I don't have to really worry about it on my phone. I got your guys' comments. Let me break that out here so I can keep those side by side. But remember, if you want to talk to me directly, it'll be better if you're on the Hot Mic app because that's where I'm going to prioritize. But I will keep my eye out on the live chat over here right now. But great. By the way, this has been fun to just do a lot of live shows with you guys recently. Hope you guys are enjoying it because I certainly am. And let's see what we got here. And let me put this up here. I got to keep my eyes over on everything. A lot of things. One-man show here. So, again, what's happening here? I'm blocking my other. Okay, so Tim wants to know what I'm looking for from KD tonight. So, I'm looking for him and Tatum just to go at each other. That's what I want to see, really. Is that so wrong? But, KD looked pretty good. I mean, a little bit rusty, but pretty good in what we saw. I did that game breakdown. Everyone seemed to enjoy it on YouTube. And so I think we're just looking for KD to continue to get his rhythm back. I am a little bit worried, though, because when you watched how he ruptured his Achilles the last time by planting the right foot back behind him too far, and the heel goes all the way down, and then it's stretched, he'd already been a little bit banged up, so there's a lot of things that could be related. But I'm worried because I'm seeing him still do that move. It's very provocative. and it puts that tendon in a pretty severe situation. So that makes me a little bit concerned movement pattern wise, and I would think that they would have cleaned that up and sort of trained him not to get that foot back so far behind him. I see Spencer Dinwiddie sitting next to Steve Nash. I'm assuming he's playing. Why wouldn't he be playing? Unless maybe he's resting tonight. I don't know. You know what? I saw something about him and my mind's blanking. Who remembers whether Spencer's playing tonight? So what do you think is going to happen to Hardin? Oh, I don't know, man. I would imagine they're probably – I mean, obviously they're going to trade him, right? They're going to trade him, whether it's now or next year or whatever. And, I mean, the real question is he going to make it so difficult on everybody that, like, they're going to have to trade him? Because if it starts to go south early in the season, then, you know, he's obviously not going to want to be there. He wants to be on a contender. His clock is ticking. He doesn't have too many more seasons of elite status. I don't think. He probably has maybe 2. So, you know what I mean? Like, how old is he? He's probably 30, right? How old is James Harden these days? If only we had the technology to look up James Harden's age. I got to be close, right? When I say 30, let's see. He got in the league around 10 years ago. And he played in college for 3 years, I think, right? He is 31. Forgive me. He's 31 and a half pretty much. So, yeah, that's why he wants to get out of there, in case you're wondering. It's like he can't afford to waste any more time. And, you know, the real question is, does Boogie and John Wall and James Harden get them, you know, to the second round of the playoffs? Like, probably not. And I'm sure he wants conference finals minimum. So that's probably where he's going. His mindset is. And that's why he wants to get out of there. So let me move that over here. Let me get organized again. I lost my, where did it go? Too many windows open. You ever had that problem when you have like 100 tabs? Wait, but where is the tab with my, here we go. It's hiding. Okay. So 31. Thank you, Edgar. I appreciate it. So again, we're over on Hot Mic, and the link is in the description or in the pinned comment where you can download it and join me. We're going to be doing this all year long, and I'm not going to do them all the time on YouTube either. I just decided, hey, let's try it out. Let's see how the new they do a new thing on Hot Mic where I can simulcast onto YouTube from Hot Mic, which is cool. And of course, I also figured out that it goes live without really pressing a button. You know, once you enter in the code, the key. So here we are. So some of you guys got a little bit of an intro with me just staring blankly without knowing I was live. Okay. Now, the other thing about Hot Mic I forgot is that you can request and come on and ask me questions a lot like IG Live. Now, I was shown that, but it looks like it says view and approve guest callers requests coming soon. That's interesting. So I guess, wait, what is this? No, I don't know. I think it might work. So if you want to come on, I believe that the answer, if you're on Hot Mic right now, see if you can request to come on. If you want to, that's great. And I think I can bring you in and we can interact. By the way, that's the other huge thing about Hot Mic, because remember, on the YouTube Live, I can't bring you in video-wise or audio to answer your questions. I got to deal with only like a text in the comments. So if you want to come on, and which is great, I've done that a lot of times, and people have always asked great questions, then Hot Mic is the way to go, and you'll be able to answer and chop it up with me, and people on YouTube tonight will see it at least. So that's another huge perk that will be part of my membership launching at the end of the weekend. Is Tatum the next KD, shooting the way he does at 6'10"? I mean, yeah, he's certainly in that mold. He plays that same position. He's in that same, body type to some degree. I think KD might be a better athlete. Maybe a little bit, like, we kind of forgotten now because he's got hurt. But, they're very similar movement patterns. So I would probably go with Tatum. But I don't know if Tatum's ever going to get to be as consistent from 3. But now when I say that, watch, Tatum has been shooting 40%, right? Let's see. Yeah, he got to 40% last year. So good, and 37. So he does hit those 3 as well. His mechanics are a little bit weird and funky to me, but he gets him to go in. So I'm not gonna, not gonna get in the way. Oh, okay. I forgot. On Hot Mic, it costs. There's a thing where you can pay to get on. Is that right? I thought that was free. There might be a way to do that. Okay, I think if you're in the if it's a private watch party and you're part of the membership, then I can bring you in. I think. We'll figure that out. I forgot about that. So on Hot Mic, yes, there is. What is it, Edgar? How much do you have to pay to ask a question via video? By the way, it's a nice way to give it. It's like a super chat, right? But what's a bigger word than super? Like ginormous chat, because we get to talk. I don't think it's a lot. It's like what, $1, $2, maybe? No, is it really? It's $5 to do it. Okay, well, if you want to hook me up, I got to figure that out later. But I'm glad we're doing this and ironing out the kinks right now. But we'll figure that out if you're part of the membership on YouTube, where maybe it doesn't have to be that much. So we'll figure it out. But mega chat, love it. That's what it's going to be called. Love it, silly donkey. So the game is going to start at some point sooner than later. Yes. So yeah, forgive me, guys, on Hot Mic. I forgot that there is the fee. Well, listen. If you want to do a mega chat, then let's do it. Let's chop it up. I mean, and the only question now is I got to make sure I see that if you do that, and I can welcome you in. Maybe even to the point where I could almost do a thing where I'm like, I'll cover the cost or something. I don't know. All right. So here comes the game. I got to remember if I want to figure this out, if I want to do a listen to the game or not. I think it might be a little bit too confusing. So I'll just keep the sound off and just focus on it. So are we ready? Let me move this over so I can see the whole screen. There's the tip. Are we all synced? Kyrie's got the ball. All righty. So this is an interesting thing to look at. Like, what are they going to run on offense? This is usually the first play. It's already scripted for them. So they got Jaylen Brown on KD. They didn't want to go with that matchup. Oh, and they got a quick turnover. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Smart doing Marcus Smart things. I don't know, man. He drives me nuts. But the hustle plays are good. So a little bit rusty here. It looks like Kyrie, misplaced the alley-oop to DeAndre Jordan. And as a result, by the way, the alley-oop doesn't work, and then DeAndre Jordan's caught all the way behind the play and can't protect the basket for that layup. So these things go hand in hand if you don't execute the right way on one end. All right, so there's that double screen for KD coming around, and he loves to go to his left. Wow, that was off. So we'll see how that works if they want to keep doing that. And then, oh, my God, major screw up there, leaving Jaylen Brown wide open for a three, but they get away with it. With screwing up transition defense at the NBA level is mind-boggling to me, honestly. Okay, so, pick and roll because they screwed that up. The Nets were trying to get into something here, and that's just Kyrie off-foot layup. Oh, nice help by Tice. Ooh. And DeAndre Jordan trying to make a statement. It's a little bit of a bummer for me. I can't show the game, unfortunately. Having the game on a live show is verboten. But turn the game on. I'm doing this as a national game, right? You all see it. And then if you use the Hot Mic app, it'll get all synced. We'll sync together. So what was I saying? I'm kind of bummed out about DeAndre Jordan starting. I kind of wish like Jared Allen would start. I don't know why. I don't know if I like him more. Now, you can see that on the overhead view they just showed of DeAndre Jordan, his toes are 10 toes to the rim. It's on ESPN 2, so not ESPN 1. I got confused, too. If they go back to the overhead shot, you'll see. But DeAndre Jordan has 10 toes to the rim when he needs to turn. That would, I think, really help him unlock the alignment properly and make an easier shot because the actual form looks decent. He should be able to get to 70, 75%. And I know he's been struggling. I haven't checked from last year what he shot overall from the free throw line, but that's the issue. All right, here come the Celtics, the zipper cut. And then, interesting. That was bizarre. Zipper cut, Smart did a Iverson cut, and then they get a Tice corner three. So remember, without Kemba in there, it's going to be a little disjointed. So there. Okay, so that was a nice catch and shoot by Marcus Smart. Good contest, by the way, but he still nailed it. Let's see here. So the Nets are really struggling here. It looks like they're thinking about it, like they're trying to run very specific road sets where they're not playing free, and then they're throwing the ball away and losing it, and they're holding it longer than they would want to. But now that, speaking of which, oh my goodness. All right, Joe Harris, I see you. I wouldn't have thought that was a great shot. He was a guy right in his face, but hey, that's why he's the 3-point champion, right? Aha. So it looks like Edgar wants to come on. I think, is that what that means? I tell you what, Edgar, can you hang on? I'll bring you in the first break, but then you disappeared. Okay, maybe you don't want to come on. You popped up for a second. Let me know what's happening in the comments. Okay. So there's a Tatum. Tatum was feeling a little lonely out there, I guess, feeling like he needed to get a shot off the pick and roll. So we're not going to get, and there's KD pulling up from the mid-range. Nice roll, by the way, on a full-speed, pull-up. I guess we're not going to get the Tatum-KD matchup we all thought we were going to get. Let's see, because KD is guarding. Oh, KD is guarding Tatum, so that's got it. On one end, we got it. Oh, can Marcus Smart do it again? Nope. He's just not that consistent of a shooter. It's almost like he's going to miss the next one if he makes the one before. Now, I do like what I see as far as Kyrie and KD looking for each other. They're not trying to like show and razzle dazzle. They're like looking to see if they can, be nice. Again, Brown not picked up in transition. What's going on here? I think part of the reason is there's a cross match where. Oh, that's interesting. There's a cross match where KD is guarding Tatum, but it's not the other way around. So when they come back, the Celtics on offense, there must be confusion where like they're just used to guarding who's guarding them, and they're not picking up Jaylen Brown. It must be what's going on. I'll have to go back at some point and check it. But another Marcus Smart 3. YOLO, man. Jeez Louise. So that's the Marcus Smart I'm used to. Like he hits one, but he's like 1 for 3 overall and taking early shots. Now, great split and go on that one. Kevin Durant's been great at that, where he lifts his feet on the catch and splits and then just explodes. It's really good at that. So Edgar, are you not with us? I thought I saw your name and then he disappeared. Are you there? Okay. And Edgar, I'm talking to on Hot Mic, in case you're wondering, over on YouTube land. Luka MVP for sure. He's going to be the very top of the top there, Gene, or Jean. So no, this is just a watch party. We're all hanging out watching TV on our own, ESPN2. And if you're over on the Hot Mic app, you can sync up with me. As it is right now, we're at the 7:58 mark of the first quarter. And I just want to see what's going on here. So so Tatum coming off that screen gets some separation, but doesn't take advantage on KD. KD, nice recovery at the end. So I thought we were going to get another three-pointer by Marcus Smart. Okay. Daniel Tice with a rare 15-foot jump shot on the baseline. Okay, so we curl. Interesting. Wow, Joe Harris must really feel good. Like he must have been warming up and going, man, I got it tonight, because he's just letting it fly. And he's got a couple of those now. Brooklyn's up 14-9. They look good. Although they had a couple miscues in the beginning, they look better. Now we're seeing that same play again for Tatum. They ran the pin down. Durant staying with him. Oh my God! Here comes another Marcus Smart one wide open. Oh geez, Louise. It's just not that guy. Marcus Smart, he's got rhythm issues. Oh, I could help. Now that would look like a travel by Kyrie and probably a trip in there too, but no call either way. Oh, okay. So you saw there Tatum taking it to KD a little bit, looking to attack, and KD went for the steal and got beat. So they got Marcus Smart guarding KD now. They're going to go down low, which is a good idea. He's got 6-7 inches on him down there. So really great defense, by the way, by Jaylen Brown to be able to keep up with Kyrie on the shot fake and go. But, man, he hit him with a pull-up there. So there's our first timeout. Okay. All right, how are we feeling today? Interesting game so far, right? If you're over on the Hot Mic app, let me know. I'll interact with you there. And they're showing the replay now of that KD. The KD, he's one of the only guys these days that shoots that sort of two-motion shot above his head from deep and shoots well from there. Most of the guys I know now, and as we train them, want to keep the ball in front of their face the whole time and up and out quicker for that kind of distance. But KD is a different animal, man. He's just really tall and has a lot of leverage. All right, am I ready for Christmas? I mean, I don't know. Is anybody really ready for Christmas? Varun, oh, wow. Welcome. It's great to see you over on the Hot Mic app. It's now we got you on both sides. And don't forget, I'm probably, for people who are coming in and switching out, I announced that we're going to launch my membership, I think on Sunday. I'm going to do a video for it. And we're going to have tiers. And the $4 tier is going to be private watch parties over on Hot Mic, where we can interact and sync up and you can talk to me there. And it's going to be an awesome time. The $1 tier is going to be opening up emojis. I'm getting some designed right now. They're going to be awesome. You're going to want to love them. And it's just a chance for you to kind of, help me keep the lights on, for about $1 a month if you want to do that. But certainly for $3 a month, we're going to have live shows like this on YouTube, where I'm going to bring guests in. We're going to chop it up on different teams. It's going to be awesome. So I really hope you're getting excited about that and be willing to get in on that conversation, because it's going to be great. Because remember, it's not a channel, it's a membership. You in? Let's go Nets. All right, we got a Nets fan in the house. What do we all think about the Kyrie KD video I did a couple days ago? Did you guys all see it? So I cannot show the game. That would be bad. The NBA does not want that at all. I mean, you know how badly they hate the illegal streams. You can imagine if I try and show the game in a live show. Very, very bad. Very, very big penalties for that. I can't handle it. I can't afford to do it. But that's why we all have TVs, right? And we all have League Pass, or we all have streaming or whatnot. That's why when I'm doing this one, it was that's why I did a national game. So I'm only going to do national games for Hot Mic, obviously, because I want everyone to have a chance to see it with us. I think, unless it's some random one where it's a great game and it's only on League Pass, but we'll figure that out. Alazar, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the conversation. Glad you can come. These are a little bit of a new thing. I don't always do like simulcasts. I certainly don't do them as a watch party, but we're doing it as part of a thing on YouTube and Hot Mic. I wanted to kind of test out Hot Mic because they added this new simulcasting thing to it, and it seems like it's working pretty well. So the membership starts, Lucas, I'm thinking that's what you're asking, is I'm going to launch it like for the season. So it'll start like on Monday. You can be able to log in to sign up. Which team should Hardin go to? Well, obviously he's got a pretty strict list, right? Where he wants to go to a contender. So it would seem like, Philly would be the one, or the Nets. I would like to see him go to the Nets. That would be fun, actually, to see Kyrie, Hardin, and KD try and make it happen with a rookie coach. What could go wrong? All right, we're back. The game's back. Here we go. So a nice little set to get Jaylen Brown right to the basket, but good help by Joe Harris. Good for you, man. I dig it. I can dig it. I better get the rosters up here. I think there's a couple of guys out there that I'm not sure I know who they are. Where should I get the rosters from? Let's see here. How about ESPN? All right, so a nice little handoff into a double pin down for Jaylen Brown. No spacing on that left side. Oh, what do they call there? Oh, they called an offensive foul. All right, KD was able to draw that, huh? Good for him. By the way, KD's been giving out on defense. I'm impressed for a preseason, a guy coming back from a serious injury. It's not the kind of thing you normally see. So there. Okay, here's 21 action. Oh, I like that. Did you see that? Normally, Kyrie breaks back up off that pin down from KD, but cut back door instead for the layup. That one, we got a diagram. Remind me, that one's what, 5:45 in the first, or 5:55 in the first. Beautiful. Wow. Where did Steve Nash come up with that? That's new. And friend of the breakdown, Spencer Dinwiddie, finishing nicely in transition on the stretch to the right side. But I'm going to write that down. 5:50 in the first. Wow. I want to go get that one. 5:50 in the first quarter. Great set out of the 21. So here's what by the way, here's the interesting thing about Steve Nash is that he played in the 21 offense that everyone's running back in Phoenix with Mike D'Antoni. So he knows it better than anybody. And I've seen him teach it. He knows how to teach it as well as anybody, too. That's the cool thing. So he was pointing out details, and I watched him to teach it that were like I had never even considered, and I had seen tons of practices with people teaching it and stuff like that. So he really has the mindset for that. Like the best coaches that I think tend to be the ones who are really detail oriented. They can see those details like that. And believe it or not, there are a lot of coaches that don't have that ability. Steve Nash strikes me as that guy who's got that detail oriented eye, and that'll really help. Thank you, Hyen. It's a great set. I wrote it down, so we'll have to break that down. You know what? If you haven't seen it, I've been doing these weekly shows. I'm going to move it from Wednesday to another day, where I get my diagram thing out and we bust it out, and I show you how we different options out of that. It's a great show. The breakdown, the basketball breakdown. Okay, so that was not a pass, everybody. That was an air ball that Jared Allen happened to just catch and put back in. So I don't think they're going to give an assist to Kyrie, but you never know. If they were in Brooklyn, they probably would have given it to him. Okay, so what are the Celtics doing? Marcus Smart's still in there, and he's running the show. So remember, without Kemba, they're kind of at a loss with a really good ball handling creator. And oh my goodness, but look at Marcus Smart in my face, alley-ooping right to Williams. Really nice accuracy. So Jared Allen had a nice little had a really big advantage down low on a switch on a rotation from the drive and went strong. I would hate to be Edwards there getting that. Grant Williams there getting the elbow to the chin, even that's especially because it's a foul on him too. Okay, what's happening over here? So I'm confused with what the sync does. What's the point of you watching live? Yeah, so Joe over on Hot Mic, there's a button that you sync, and I guess it somehow will tell you how to sync it with where I am. And as far as I know, I'm all the way as fast as I could be because I'm on DirecTV watching it. Jared, I like your wife already. Yeah, my wife does that too. Like she likes Steph Curry. Let's see. All right. So a quick swing into a step-up screen and Jaylen Brown with the right-handed hook. Where did that come from? My goodness. That's like a Jackie Moon shot. All right. So a quick drag screen at the top for LeVert. Oh, that was pure. So I wonder if LeVert in my mind doesn't shoot that great from three. Let's see. This is like a test Coach Nick's three-point percentage encyclopedia in his brain. Let's see here. Why isn't he coming out? Sometimes B-ball ref does not. Oh, it's LeVert, not La. All right. Let's see. He shoots 36% last year and pretty low other than that. So, yeah, we'll have to keep our eye out to make sure that is a thing. Although, was that LeVert? Yeah, it's him, right? That's the only problem. I'm not listening to the game. So Jared Allen, is doing some damage down here, despite they got Williams in there for the Celtics to match up with him. Hello, Hyun. Okay, so they're already out. We're down into the bench a little bit here. I need who has the live box score with the numbers on the back of their jerseys? Anybody know? Does the NBA do it? Let's see. If I go games and I go, well, yeah. Where do you guys look at your box scores when you're looking for the info? Yeah, they don't do it on here either, but at least they'll list who's out there for them. I think. No, they don't. Great. All right, so you have to help me out in case I don't recognize some of the guys in the Nets. I think I know everybody in the Celtics. So there's okay. So that's the perils of running these offenses. A lot of the time, some of these delay where you swing it back to the center on top is he's got to make decisions. He's got to be able to make passes, and you saw Robert Williams throw the ball away because it's not really his thing. So the Nets are getting every shot they want, by the way. If you haven't noticed, that's Jeff Green out there. They're making every pass they want. There's no passes that are being denied, or they're not taking positions away on the perimeter. There is oh my God. I saw him make a bunch of threes. That is, what is his name? Peyton Pritchard. Did you see that? He just launched one about 4 feet long from the wide open in the corner. I guess he got a little excited there. Just say NBA games today and click on the game you'd like to see the box score on. Well, I know, but do they have the numbers on the jersey alongside the player? I don't think they do. Lonzo Ball's jumper looks dramatically better. Let's see. We got a question over here. I just look it up. ESPN has the Gamecast. How do I know when to sync it to? I think, Kinjay, on that app, as far as I'm concerned, you have the volume up on your TV, and there's a sync button, and it will sync it automatically for you. If not, like maybe the top 3 buttons on the top corner, and you'll do that. And that way you'll be synced with me. Okay, so we're in a commercial. We were talking about Lonzo Ball's jumper. Lonzo Ball's jumper looks dramatically better. Just hit a corner 3 with the dip and some rhythm. Good. I mean, I saw what they did with him. They're trying to keep it more on the right side, which, I thought he could replicate his old jumper, no problem. What was problem for him was the rhythm. He was getting the ball up too early, and his legs were not synced with the arms. And that could have been fixed while keeping that same form. But hey, he's an elite athlete, and those guys can make those adjustments with the right kind of teaching. What do I think of Christian Wood and the Silas offense? Thanks. So I went through one of the games just for a little bit and watching what they were doing, And here's the thing that struck me, and I wrote it down, and I got to see if it changes because of Hardin getting there, it was just like very rudimentary. But here's what I felt like for the Rockets: if you didn't like the way they played and their style the last several years, you're really going to hate it now. That was my impression of it, only because it was like completely 5 out. Boogie was not getting, I don't think he posted up once. He was simply just setting screens and popping out, either off ball or on ball. So they're all spread up behind the 3-point line. And I just feel like it was just uninteresting, I suppose is the word. There's no ballet. There's no off ball screens. Not a lot of them, not a lot of movement. So it could very well be that because they had James Harden come late, they didn't get everything in with him. So keep your eye on that. But that was my impression. Okay, so hopefully, there's Sean helping Kinjay out. And let's see here. Rockets living up to their team name. Oh, is that right? Is that right happening right now? Let's go to the scores here so we can see what's happening. Wait. I don't see. They're not playing right now. I guess we're talking about in general. Okay. I didn't watch the last game with Wood, but I think that might end up being the difference. I saw a highlight or two where Wood looked good. He got set up and had a dunk or something like that. So you're right. We need to see the whole team together. They need to have some practices together. But you think they're living up to the hype? Okay. I think they're holding their real freelance sets for the season. And maybe. So that's all I saw. And so I was worried that from what I saw, the game not yesterday, whenever they played last, but the game before that, it wasn't right. But then again, the caveat is that Hardin had just showed up, so they might not have had a lot of things to put in yet. Okay, so that's good. You know what? Maybe a video on the Rockets is in order. Like, should James Harden leave or should James Harden stay? The chance of Luka getting MVP has to be really great. He'll be in the top 3, I think, voting. Spurs, I like the offense, what they're running, what I saw so far, but my impression was they can't guard anybody, and that's going to be a problem. Why is Korkmaz hated? I don't think he's thought of enough to be hated, is he? Let's see. Austin said they saw plenty of off-ball, I guess, screens. All right, great. All right, I'll have to check it out then when I get a chance tomorrow. All right, so I like that little so the Celtics like to do is swing the ball into a catch and for a ball screen right away. And I believe that's what Brad Stevens did a lot of it at in Indiana, in the state of Indiana. I was there. I actually watched him coach for a whole weekend at this is how bad. This is what happens, Where the hell did Butler? Jeez Louise, Butler. Who else wants to see a video on what the Rockets are doing? James wants to know over on Hot Mic the Kawhi's chance of MVP. His chances are lower because they're probably going to limit his minutes to some degree. Although I hope they learn their lesson, which is they can't do that and expect to do well in the playoffs. They need enough reps with the team intact. But I would still think that Kawhi would be limiting his chances because they're not going to give him the 34 minutes a game that he needs, and he'll probably have those games off too. So he won't play. He'll play like the 60 games, which is a lot, but probably not quite enough. All right, Landry Shamet, what do you got for me? So a little bit of a handoff, turn the corner, and LeVert right to the hoop. LeVert is a scorer, man. I don't think he's going to set anybody up for any assists. He's just going to score. and do that really well. And off the bench, it's what they need. That's why, like, if they were going to trade for Hardin, like, they have to keep LeVert. I think you still need that guy off the bench. Spencer Dinwiddie would probably be obviously the next guy they'd have to depart with, and that would be okay, from a Brooklyn standpoint, like, to get Hardin, yes. But I don't know if they have enough for what Houston wants. All right, we got. Okay, a little handoff into a 3-ball. So you'll see in the Celtics a lot of handoffs, a lot of that swing into a catch into a pick and roll right away, step-up screen. Edwin Ludort is not the next Michael Jordan. Okay, so again, they try and get that same handoff with LeVert turning the corner with his right hand. They got to switch, so that was a good opportunity to attack Tice, but they ended up holding on and making the miss. Let's see here. All right, I like that move. You see how Jason Tatum did that? He split his feet as a pass fake, and then brought his feet together to shoot it. I like that, and that actually worked. It faked out the defense. Oh, geez, he got hit. They didn't call that. Landry Shamet just came off and got nailed on that shot on the follow-through, and that should be a foul. All righty. So that was nice. What we're seeing a little bit more this year for some reason is like baseline drives and then weak side cutters to the hoop. Whereas for a long time, I felt like those weak side players would just stay behind the 3-point line waiting for the 3-point, the kick out for the three. We're finally getting, now I know it was Tice, who's, he shoots a three in the corner sometimes, but he'll fill it in. So that was how he was able to, they collapsed defense on that baseline drive, and then Tice is there on the cut. But I do feel like I'm seeing a little bit more of that, which is great to see. Let's see here. James wants to know over on Hot Mic, would you trade Kyrie for Hardin if that's the only way to get him? Wow. Well, I mean, here's the big question with that. Oh, here comes the game. Let me answer that in 1 second. That's a great question. Would you trade Kyrie for Hardin if that's the only way to do it? Save that. Put a pin in that one as Landry Shamet probes. All right, I like it. See, I don't mind the handoff full speed going to your left as a righty because your body is already aligned to the hoop. Okay, that was a little bit of a get out of the way and let Tatum get a layup move there. I'm not sure what Jared Allen was doing on that. Okay, so last possession of the half for the quarter for the Nets. This is interesting. Somebody's bothering me on my office. Let me wait to the end of this quarter and then I'll give me a second. All right. Oh, Jared Allen cleaning it up on that weak side against a smaller team. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going live right now. What is it? No. What projector charger?
The projector. We're trying to watch a movie. I don't know how to do all that stuff.
What do you mean you don't know how to do all that stuff? You do it all the time.
What? With the Apple TV?
I'll be done in a little bit if I can't do it. All right. I'm back. Okay. So how's that? My daughter wants me to set up a projector, and it's her projector. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Let's get to some questions. So trading Kyrie for Hardin, the reason why you would do that is because most likely Hardin is going to give you a play every game, and Kyrie most likely won't play every game and might not be ready in the playoffs because he's hurt. So that kind of blows my mind in a way. Now, the whole Kyrie, experience is another thing, which sounds like there's a James Harden experience as well. Perhaps you have to look at it like who would play better alongside to KD. I would think that the Nets owe it to themselves to see how Kyrie and KD work together at least for one season. So I would probably not do that. Not after the relationship that KD and Kyrie have built. I mean, listen, relationships are really fluid in the NBA. Guys who are best friends are suddenly not best friends if they're not on the same team anymore. So Malachi Flynn's Rookie of the Year. I've heard good things. I need to get my eyeballs on him. I haven't seen him yet, and I do want to see it because I've heard that he's been playing well. So, but we'll keep him on our radar tie. All right, so let's see here. First quarter is over. The Nets hammered them pretty much, right? Let's see here. 35-23. Let's go through some of the stats while we're at it, shall we? So the main culprits here were Kyrie Irving 10 points and Joe Harris 10 points. And Harris was just lighting it up whenever he got a chance with shooting the three ball. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 points. I misread that. This is a weird box score on the NBA.com. Let me try the box score. Yeah, this is much better. And then, okay, who else? So we have, let me bring this over here so I can read it better. Okay, so we had, and then Durant, 2 for 4. So they shot really well. They shot over 50% from the field, and then 4 for 8 from 3-point land. It's tough for anybody. If they interview Brad Stevens, he's going to say, our defense wasn't great in the 3-point shooting. We let him shoot too well, too many open shots. Now the Celtics had some good open shots that they missed as well. And so let's see, who was the main culprit? Marcus Smart. So that's the thing. He hits that three. And all of a sudden he's like feeling it, right? And he takes 5 more and he bricks them all. And that's, negative 13 out there. And, and by the way, that's Jaylen Brown was negative 18. But that's what kills you. That's why I'm not the biggest Marcus Smart fan at all. And nobody really played that well or shot that well. Daniel Tice, on his garbage stuff around the basket. It's not garbage. It's like the garbage man. Anyway, it's an old expression. Don't worry about it. But so far, I mean, I think, I like what Steve Nash has done with the offense. So he's added some things. I saw at least that one play in the middle of the first quarter that I mentioned is something that's a lot more I didn't see that a couple games ago. Okay, so here, I can call it. So Joe, I don't know why the auto sync isn't working. It should be like basically it has to be able to hear your TV. But either way, it's starting right now is where I am at. It's 11:58, 11:57, 11:56 in the second quarter. All right, so here we have a little 21 where you start off with a handoff, the fake handoff. Oh, blind pig action across to Tice. Missed the back door to Tatum. And that's going to go into a post-up against Jared Allen, which I don't think would go so well for Tatum. And he dribbled it off his foot. Tatum dribbles the ball off his foot more than most, I feel like. Didn't I just see him do that recently out of bounds? I feel like he does these weird, unfortunate dribbling errors more often than not, or more than other people do. So, Joe, how's that going? And maybe we can Sean can weigh in there if he's still listening and help us. Okay, so a little bit of a horns action, double high post out of there. And it gets Landry Shamet a wide open shot. Again, look at the quality of shots the Nets are getting. They're just open shots, easy catch and shoots, and the defense is letting them make whatever pass they want. Now, meanwhile, here we have the Celtics attacking on the right side, and we're not getting any kind of swing action here. And trying to do a floater over Jared Allen is not an easy proposition, to say the least. Okay, so, LeVert, you know what? LeVert must have heard me when I said he's not going to give it up. And by the way, he probably shouldn't have at that point because he gave it up to Jared Allen, who didn't finish. But the Celtics are going to, they really want to get in this game. They're going to have to obviously push it and get some more possessions and try and attack early. So double ball screen across the top and then back into a ball screen. Look, it's easy for the Nets to contain that. And they're more than happy to give up a 16, 17-footer with a hand up all day long. All right, we got a little backcourt violation, perhaps. Oh, I forgot about it's Jeff Teague out there. So Jeff Teague's an interesting proposition as well because he's the kind of guy who, I think in the right role he can help a good winning team. I don't think you want to rely on him as a starter or even like the first guard off the bench. But he can give you something above as a fourth guard. So they force a switch. You can see that with Jayson Tatum setting the ball screen so they can go at Landry Shamet. And he draws the foul. Yeah, Joe, I think that's what's happening. I think it tells you exactly how long to pause it or something so that you're synced up with me. So I don't have to tell you like the time code. I think it'll tell you. It knows. I think. Let me know if that's right. All righty. Yeah, I did sync, Tim. So I already synced. I mean, I could sync it again. Should I try again? Let's do that again. Let's resync. So if you're wondering what's going on YouTube, I'm also simulcasting this on Hot Mic, which is going to be a thing we're going to have only on Hot Mic. I just decided to simulcast right now, but we're only on Hot Mic going in the future. But this will be a thing where everything is synced up. So let me turn this up a little bit. I'm gonna
learning curve. I have it already.
Okay, so now I'm completely synced again for you guys if you want to sync on Hot Mic. And then, by the beauty about Hot Mic is there is a functionality where you can come on the show and ask me questions and talk video and audio. Okay, so really nice floater there. I don't know who that was. Who made that? Was that Shamet? No. I get the play-by-play up. Oh, it's not. It's Cabarro. Let's see. Oh, we're behind. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was Cabarro. Okay, so let's get back. I mean, the Nets look terrific, right? They really are running their offense well, but again, the Celtics are not offering enough resistance. Here, this is good. They switched the ball screen and they got into some bodies and were making it a little bit harder to cut. Of course, they got caught with a foul, but like that's the kind of thing you got to do to interrupt the flow of the Nets. But I mentioned this before. What's interesting about this, and this is a real key here to see what happens when the Nets go to Kyrie and KD on the bench. What's going to happen? How can they function? How can they score? Like LeVert will be a guy who can score for them. Wow. So that they could not finish that, huh? That Tatum got a layup. He's got to finish that. So this is the key here is can they get this unit to function well enough because they're going to get a lead. They'll be coming in with a lead probably most games after Kyrie and KD go to the bench the first time. Most likely they're going to have a lead. So the question is what can they do to either keep that same lead or maybe extend it, but they don't want to lose it. And that's the real key that Steve Nash is going to have to figure out with this lineup. So the bottom, not the bottom, the 6th through 9th guys. And if they can solve that and figure that out, remember, all they have to do is probably be even. They don't need to extend the lead so much. They just need to be able to keep the lead they get because they're going to have the lead with that starting 5. Oh, I see. Okay, so something happened now. So, Sean, you just explained that. Hopefully, Joe, did that make sense to you? As far as now, it should make more sense to get this synced up. All right, here we go. So now they're going to bring in the cavalry, and KD and Kyrie come back in. I would imagine in the regular season it's not going to happen. They're not going to take them out together and put them in together. They're going to stagger them because Kyrie's going to want to eat on his own, and then KD's going to want to eat on his own. So again, that whole second unit thing becomes a lot easier to manage too because you can almost always have one of those guys out there. And then you get Dinwiddie, who's a lead ball handler himself. It's a nice thing to have. And then look, Kyrie doesn't even get warmed up. Bam. All right. So we got Marcus Smart having to run the show. That's the thing you don't really want. Oh, but nice post up by Jaylen Brown to seal and a nice find. Who passed it to him? That was Williams up on top. That was a good pass. But these are the two guys who need to make Tatum and Brown need to make a jump. Their numbers were good, but they need to make a jump in efficiency and just sort of finishing at the rim. Just sort of overall improved play for them to get the next level. Those are the two guys. They're going to ride or die with them. And right now, I'm not sure I see enough. Oh, and there's KD. Jeez Louise. Sneaking down to defense. Of all the players who shouldn't be getting down to defense, it's KD. Tim, thank God. Yes, he's got you. I think you're all synced. All right, so now they're another high post split action here and into a step-up screen on the right side. Oh, he got stuck with the long two. They didn't shoot, luckily. So nice pass, a nice fake, and then into the basket. Oh, wait, what do they call it? Travel? Yep. Happy feet. Oh, so let's talk a little bit about this notion. The next time out, we'll talk about the Nets and what this means to the landscape of the Eastern Conference. Okay, so this is a nice little shuffle cut to get KD low post position against a much smaller Smart, and then they split on the perimeter. Oh, okay. So those are the kind of turnovers that are just they're not used to each other yet. They're not used to exactly where KD likes to go and spot up. So Spencer missed that pass, and he was late with it. I think he probably lost control of it as he tried to make that side pass. Wow. Okay. So there, Marcus Smart can't make a bucket, and all of a sudden he's throwing in, crazy tough floaters. Amazing. That's Marcus Smart. So Landry Shamet, I just feel like you want to avoid off the dribble, early shot clock, 17, 18, 19 footers. Get that three, get to the basket for a floater, or create something better. But as far as I can tell, and I've heard, the guys are really responding to Steve Nash and his coaching style. I like what I heard from him the other day I saw a thing on Twitter where he's basically saying it's his job to just be quiet and let them perform and put them in the situations where they can be their best. It's exactly what a coach should be doing. So we got a little zone here. And look at that. KD playing the forward of all people, then closing out. You got to be hyper quick on that release or else he's going to block it. And then he comes right back down and just nails the three. Okay, so let's talk about this because this is what this means. From the moment we heard he was going to Brooklyn, it was like, Brooklyn's a player. But here's the thing that's going on in the background is you got teams like Philly and Boston and Milwaukee, and mainly Milwaukee. They've spent years trying to develop these teams to get to the next level of heartache after heartbreak, after, upset, after whatever. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they throw these two guys out there, the Kyrie and KD, and they're instantly better than any of these teams. They really are. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I don't think it is. The Nets are already better than those guys, and they're vaulting over them, and they should remain that way for the next several years. So it just completely upends everything like they were trying to do. So the Celtics, who might have been like kind of patient to develop this, might realize now they kind of screwed it up a little bit. Now when Kemba comes back, that does help them a little bit, and they have more to offer. So this is not exactly exemplary of what we might see in the regular season between these two teams. But either way, James, the game is probably over at this point. I mean, these games don't really matter, and so what you're going to end up seeing is KD and Kyrie probably not even playing in the second half. So I might end after the halftime. Just FYI, just because it was a preseason game. But that's what we're looking at here, as far as it's like these guys' plans are being shattered left and right in Philly and in Boston and in Milwaukee because of that. And so it's like they might have missed their window. That might be it, because then think of it this way. Let's just say the Nets go to the finals for the next 2 years in a row. I don't know. Well, at that point, what that means is that Giannis hasn't gotten there, and it means that the two kids in Boston haven't gotten there, and it means that Embiid and Simmons, who are already on the verge of being broken up anyway, didn't get there. And I'm on the record as saying I don't think Embiid and Simmons is going to get them to the conference finals anyway. That pairing just doesn't work for me. And so what happens? It's at that point you're like, well, crap, maybe they should start doing something now, because guess what? Like the Hawks are kind of on their way. The Heat are the one team I thought were going to do something more than what they ended up doing and making a bigger splash. So, but the Heat are still, they have that experience, and they might be able to pull it off again. So that's what's really interesting about this whole thing. Let's see here. Oh, we're talking about Washington. I mean, Westbrook looked really good with Houston last year, actually. He did for about a month, right? Westbrook kind of started to figure it out and really was playing the best basketball I'd ever seen him play. But then he got COVID. He came back to the bubble, and just for whatever reason, they couldn't make it happen again. They couldn't recreate that. I'm going to sleep on the Wizards. I'm sorry, at least for now. And I will fully acknowledge that I will be woken up if I need to be. Let's see here. Hot take. I think the Sixers make it to the conference finals because of Seth Curry. Okay, that's interesting. Listen, I'm a fan of Seth Curry. I love the way he plays. So, why not? All right, and cool. And Joe, I'm glad that you're liking it and doing it. By the way, because again, if you missed on the announcement earlier, let me just check something here before I. Okay. Oh, very nice. So Jaylen Brown gets in the lane deep, and then DeAndre Jordan's always going to go to the ball to contest that shot, and that opens up the lobs. Okay, so here's pistol action for Durant out of the corner. Oh, they're going to call it on Jordan, huh? Yeah, pushing up. That's interesting. All right. I mean, he's going for the lob. He has his hand up over his head, but I guess you're going to push off a little bit, then they're going to call it. So don't forget, if you're just joining us, you don't know, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to have watch parties on Hot Mic. So you're going to want to download the app so you can join me there, because I'm not going to always do the sync to YouTube. I just figured I'd do it now to test it out. So we're going to have Hot Mic going on a lot, but we're also going to have it as part of a tier for my membership. So off-foot layup by Spencer Dinwiddie. That would have probably been better as a pass out to an open shooter who was moving. I got to look at the perimeter, but I feel like that he might have had one. That's a tough one, because he had not only did he take an off-foot layup, but he stretched it out. It's hard to get kind of bounding up at that point, and the guy was in pretty good position. Okay. Let's see Spencer's feet. Oh, I love that overhand camera for the free throws so we can see how they're aligning their feet. Can Steph return to MVP form? Yeah, I think Mike, he probably saw the video, right, Varun? So let's see here. Why is everyone hating on Ben Simmons? Put a pin in that one. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I just don't like Marcus Smart being the lead guard in initiating the offense. I just don't think it works as well as with Kemba. So again, look how well the Nets are playing defense to keep the ball out in the perimeter contained. And, you know, they give up a sort of fadeaway from 15 out of the post, and it misses. Now, here's where you get it's not fair because, you know, KD and Kyrie can hit shots. It doesn't matter how good the quality is. Oh, I thought Kyrie was going to make me look good. Yeah, that was not a good shot. You know, you don't want to take a 19-footer like that. So, yeah, look at so when DeAndre Jordan and Jared Allen are in there, it makes it very difficult around their basket until they get that. Very nice play. By the way, I'm on the record again. I like Jaylen Brown more than anybody else on this team. And I think the way he creates, he just got to take the next step. But I like the way he plays. And look what Jaylen Brown's doing right now to KD. He's like attached to him, making it hard. And yeah, so Joe Harris was feeling it, but it looks like he's cooled down a little bit. So there's a little bit of a pistol action across the top. So there's the thing that we see Tatum do sometimes. He tried to kind of do a Euro step without really realizing that the defender is on him already. So, you know, it's probably a mix of him. I'm just going to just barrel into him and initiate the contact and guarantee that I get free throws. But it's not always the best decision. And I always feel like sometimes he looks like he's trying to do the move against the cone, like he's what he's practicing and not necessarily been practicing with visual recognition of what's in front of him and how to adjust from there on the fly. And that's why you'll see Tatum, you know, have wild misses in there at the rim because it's like he's sort of doing the move without defense being there. And when the defense is there, it kind of throws everything off. All right, is that Kemba? Yeah. Wonder when he's coming back. I think the Nets players prefer D'Angelo's playmaking compared to Kyrie's isolation plays. Well, we'll see if it works. But again, I'm seeing Kyrie really looking to facilitate to KD at least. He's really looking to make that pass. But there's a pocket pass. Oh, Jeff Green. Oh, my goodness. What'd you do? Wow. I didn't think he had it in him. You know what? I don't want to lose my sync. That would have been I would have put that on Twitter. Okay, so let's see where we're going again now. 4 minutes left in the half. Oh, Kyrie, why didn't you shoot that? Oh, okay. We'll get the Kyrie KD pick and roll. Oh, they didn't want to set it to him. Great steal by Tatum. Great read of that. They got again. These are the plays that won't happen later in the season once they get used to playing with each other. But again, why didn't KD go ball screen right away? That's what they want. That's what they should want. And then why didn't Kyrie throw it to him then if he was ready? So they're not on the same page yet, and it'll take them a little bit of a time. But if this is not on the same page, it's pretty damn good. Oh my goodness, great block by Williams, but not a good shot. And then see again, that was a terrible decision by Marcus Smart to try and throw a lob there. All right. Robert Williams with the defense on Kyrie. That's what you got to do. You got to keep fighting against these guys. They're too good. And you can't give up on the play. But last 3 minutes here, let's see what happens here with a 17-point lead. So we're doing a modified horns. Oh, my goodness gracious. So now Marcus Smart's trying to do a show the ball, bring it back to the other side in traffic with a guy on him. Again, it's not the context to do that move there. That's not when you should be doing it. Why is Kemba out? Kemba has knee problems, I think, right? And yes, Joe, it is surprising that YouTube doesn't have it. But I'm glad that we're here with Hot Mike. This Boston has the chemistry. I mean, Boston. So Joe was saying on Hot Mic that you can see that Boston definitely has the chemistry over Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has more offensive power. Yeah, I mean, the notion of playing together for so long, there's the chemistry that's there, yeah, but I don't see them executing very well with that chemistry, right, on offense at least. And then a lot of credit goes to Brooklyn, who's doing a nice job of switching and moving in the direction to contain all the handoffs and all the sort of step-up screens that the Celtics are trying to do. So that's when the Celtics need something else. You know, they need a little bit more the pick-and-roll game with somebody, but it's who is that guy? Usually that could be Kemba to kind of get loosened up the defense, and he's not there. Let's see here. Nick wants to know, who do you think is good to make the finals? I think it's Brooklyn, and I'd probably have to say the Lakers again. Right now, anybody else in the West? I mean, it's a bloodbath in the West. It's going to be tough, and it might come down to like an injury. I hate to say it, so we'll see. YouTube needs to let you do a watch party. Yes, I mean, listen, I would love it if YouTube let you do it with NBA games, like the actual footage. That would be amazing too. But and by the way, that would make a lot of sense because the NBA wants to improve their ratings. So I don't know why they do. They make a deal with YouTube, NBA. Let's see here. When Curry and Dame isolate and take a horrible three, it's no problem, though. I mean, you're right. It kind of isn't because they're going to shoot the 30-some% on that. So, we have somebody we have Sean who wants to come in. Is that right? Let's try this. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to move you over here. Oh, you know what? I got to turn my volume up. Sean, can you hear me? I invited you, but I don't know if you're on yet. There you are.
What's up, man?
Oh, not much. I better put my headphones in so we don't get too much reverb. But how's it going so far?
It's going great, man. I actually have a question on the Nets.
Okay.
So I'm a Big Ten guy. I follow Big Ten basketball guys. I'm a huge fan of Chris LeVert. And when he joined the Nets, he's every year he's just gotten better and better and better. And as a shooting guard, I kind of worry about him stagnating now that Kyrie's back and, whether he's going to get any minutes. And I'll leave the broadcast. I just want to ask your thoughts on what his future is with the Nets and whether you think he's got a chance to move forward. Right.
I'm sorry. Wait, we're talking about Karis LeVert. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Karis LeVert. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Big Ten guy too. I'm Wisconsin. We were talking about that earlier because, the way they're doing the substitutions right now, they're taking Kyrie and KD out at the same time, which probably won't happen in the regular season. But if it does, I suppose it's what Nash is thinking. He's like, wow, I have LeVert to throw out there to be the main scorer in those minutes for, 10 minutes a game. He'll get that opportunity. And he is terrific. He can shoot. He can go to the basket. He can facilitate a little bit, so he's vital for what they need to do. They're going to need him to score 18 a game, I would imagine, to continue that progress of whatever KD and Kyrie build up. So I think he should be terrific when he's out there and really vital.
Cool. You think he can score 18 again a game this year?
I kind of think well, here's the thing. They're probably going to have some blowouts, So he'll probably get like extended minutes in a lot of those games. I don't know how many blowouts, but let's just say they had 20 or whatever. So he's going to get opportunities that way. Kyrie, he's not always the most, he's a little bit frail, so he might get opportunities that way to start if Kyrie goes down a little bit or they rest him. And same with KD. They're probably going to rest KD on certain games where he won't play at all. And that, again, that's going to be Karis LeVert for 20-something, right? So yeah, I bet you he can get up there overall when you balance everything out, and still be able to do it because again, they're going to need. It's a different role, right? Coming off the bench like that microwave guy is very focused. He doesn't have to worry. He's like, I'm just going to shoot it. Yeah, he really can focus on that. So I think he should do well.
Cool. All right, man. Looking forward to watching some basketball with you this year.
Awesome. Me too. Can't wait. Thanks so much for everything.
Yeah. See you, bye.
All right, that was cool. So that's what you can do on Hot Mic. I know there's a fee right now. I guess that could just be a little, thing where you can throw me a bone if you want. And that's all part of how we'll work on that. But then certainly when we do when I do the private watch parties for people in the membership, we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll figure out a way for you guys to come on without having to pay. I don't know. I don't know. Sean doesn't want to hear that. We'll see. Anyhow, let's see here. Who else in the Warriors can't shoot besides Steph? Yeah, the Warriors have a really, really big shooting deficit. They simply don't have a lot of, people. So Peklo, definitely check out Hot Mic because again, we're not going to do the simulcast on YouTube that often. I wanted to kind of get figure out how it works. But Hot Mic's going to be a place where I'll do free ones as well, where they're open to everybody, and I'll put it in the community announcements there, hours before or days before. But remember, I'm going to launch this membership, and the $4 tier is going to be private watch parties where we sync up on Hot Mic and we watch there and we can interact there. And oh my goodness, thank you so much, Joe, for the tip. I really appreciate it. That's great. And okay, let's see. And let's see here. And don't forget, if you want to grab my attention on YouTube, there's always super chats there for whatever you like. Okay. Can LeVert be the sixth man? Like, yeah. I mean, LeVert is going to be like that Lou Williams role, right? And look at Lou Williams on that team. He scored 18, 19 a game, didn't he, last year with Kyrie and Paul George? And again, same idea. They load manage Kawhi so much, and so, those guys get a lot of opportunities. Varun, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you. I love the emoji there. I bet you're excited to get the membership and get the customized emojis that we're making. I hope you are. The Varun gang, we got to come up with that. Yeah. The Varun something. I got to come up with a good, clever pun. All right. 2 minutes to go, 20-point lead. This game, this is probably going to be all we're going to end up seeing of Kyrie and KD. So they got the switch, entice on Kyrie. Tough shot over a big man in the corner like that. So we had Tatum on Kyrie, and he just takes him right to the baseline and elevates over him. Nice shot. A little bit of a fade. So, yep, Joe Harris putting the ball on the ground. Not always the best idea. Yeah, I didn't like that. That didn't look good. That didn't look very confident from Jaylen Brown, that three pull on the transition. His rhythm got all messy. So now we got Jeff Green trying to handle Tatum with the fancy dribbling. Oh, wow. So Tatum, I have a feeling, going that step back to his left is better because he's a righty. That looked pretty good. A tough shot, though. Tough shot. Those are tough to have to make when you're down and trying to get back in the game. So let's see how they finish off here. Basically got 5 out with no center. All right, and Joe Harris. So Joe Harris is another key. I mean, listen, they don't need to do anything. They don't need James Harden. They really don't, because you have all the pieces you need with Joe Harris and Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. Oh, okay, so Jaylen Brown hitting the baseline. That right baseline is being kind to the Celtics all of a sudden. But again, it's too little too late at this point. So let's just see if we're not really running much. They just want to 5 out and letting Jeff Green kind of run around and setting screens. So, yeah, I mean, listen, Dinwiddie's forte isn't necessarily ISOing like that, but he can do it, and there's another player that they can do that from, to get that from. So another step back from Tatum. That was tough. Okay, last shot. So here's always the question: is it going to be KD or Kyrie? Getting the ISO to end the game. But wow, they run a double at Kyrie to give up a pass to KD. That was bold. And then Marcus Smart reaches in. They probably had a foul to take, or are they going to give it to him on a shot? Because it looked like Marcus Smart fouled him kind of on purpose, reached in really hard, but it was too late. He was already up into the shooting motion. It's not smart. That's just not, you don't want to give him free throws in there if you don't have to. You want to take the foul if you had, let's see. It looked like Brooklyn's now in the bonus. So maybe they were already in the bonus. I don't know what that was all about. He just reached in to try and stop him, I suppose. So let's see here. Oh, Joe. So I think Hot Mic takes less than YouTube. I think maybe as far as percentage of the tips. So you, Sean, can maybe weigh in as well and let us know if that's true. I believe that's true. I wrote it down somewhere. But yeah, we gotta have big ups to Varun out there for always being out there and being such a big part of the conversation. Okay, and oh my goodness, throwing the ball away. That's going to go in. Oh, okay. the backwards over the head pass shot by Marcus Smart from half court was the one that's going to go in, right? All right. Well, listen, guys. This was a great test. I wanted to get it out there. I wanted to try it out and see how we did. If you don't have Hot Mic, please head over there and grab it, download it, follow me on B-Ball Breakdown. Be part of the conversation there because, again, it's a really cool technology that syncs us all up together depending on if you're watching it stream, if you're on the TV. You'll know how to get all synced, and I can offer you this kind of insight, which I believe everyone likes, right? I mean, I get a chance to sort of throw my live impressions going on right when the game's going on and interact with you guys too. So it's a win-win. Don't forget, I'm launching this membership coming up in a couple days. A $1 tier is going to be, you get the emojis. We're going to have some really cool custom emojis. For $3, I'll offer live shows that are like this, where I bring people in to talk about the NBA. And then for $4 a month, we're going to do all of that and private watch parties over on Hot Mic, where you can then also interact with me by coming on the screen. We can talk that way, so live. So awesome stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I don't know. Don't forget, sports fans, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation.